Okay, I've had a lot of people ask me how to get rid of wrinkles. As you can see, I got wrinkles right through here, and it sags right here. A lot of women pay $90 to $100. They say, don't smoke, I smoke. And I tell them all the time to use egg whites. I haven't been able to because we had a roach problem, but thank God that we got some viper and got rid of it. This shit's really good. But anyhow, also too with my friends that are into witchcraft, if you ever see this symbol, buy it because it wards off all evil. I think it's Hindu. But getting back to how to get rid of wrinkles, I've never paid. I probably paid less than a quarter for shit to get rid of my wrinkles, and I just cut my hair and just got a bath. But the first thing to do is to wash your face really good and make sure that there isn't anything on it. I also tried that coconut oil, which it feels like it tightens, but it doesn't do as good as an egg. Now, an egg is a wonderful thing. It is probably the most magical element there is. I mean, this is where kids come from. This is where chicken come from. Life comes from an egg. But there's also vitamin E in this egg. I'll get into a couple spells that you can use with this egg. I mean, you can clean all negativity out of your house with just simple eggs. You need as many of them as you have rooms. But let's get back to getting rid of wrinkles. Okay, I tell them to use egg whites. And I'm going to move the camera down so you can see me do this. I do it the old-fashioned way. You can use that pop bottle thingy or whatever. However you separate an egg. So you separate an egg, which is a little bit harder than, so I'm usually in my kitchen doing this. Catch the yolk, and this is the old-fashioned way, and you rock it back and forth. And you just get the egg yolk, which my animals love the egg yolk, or you can use it for other things. Sometimes, if you get a little bit of egg yolk in it, don't worry about it. It's not going to really matter. It's not going to turn you orange or nothing. But you can kind of like dance the yolk out of there. See it dripping? And that's the good stuff. That's got a lot of vitamin E in it. I learned about this whenever I was a nurse's aide up in Bucyrus, Ohio. And there was a Swiss lady that, you see your egg yolk is right there. It's pretty into a shell, which I'll feed this to my animals here in a little bit. And you have just your egg yolk, white egg yolk. Alright, I gotta move it up here because I'm going to use this computer as my mirror. And you kind of like apply it over your whole entire face. You can use this on your eyes, on your cheeks. It's just egg yolk. It's probably comes from the term egg in your face, but the Swiss lady, I mean, she told me that she didn't have any wrinkles underneath her eyes, and I like looked, and there were just some small lines. You got to do this every so often, but this will erase every wrinkle on your face. And you know how like with those expensive stuff, because my mom uses that expensive stuff because she ain't putting milk on her face, but I, the lady from Switzerland told me to put it underneath just my eye, and I thought, well, hey, I'm gonna put it all over my face and see what happens. And it removed every wrinkle I had. I've got 3 kids, so I've got wrinkles. But you just kind of like keep applying it as it dries and get as much of that vitamin E in that yolk on your face as possible. And no woman wants to grow old, and this also works for male. Because I found out that men also has age-fighting things for Neutrogena. Now, I was using it because of the bugs, but I'll tell you, it didn't help worth nothing, not compared to this. And I'm gonna let this dry a little bit and reapply. But to get into some of the egg things, like I said, you can take all the negativity out of your house. And how you do this is, especially like around Easter, because, well, the Christians sort of stole that colored egg thing. Okay, you color eggs in representing money, meaning green or love is red, and pink is friendship, and white is, don't color it, is spiritual. And I do one in brown for earth, everything that has to deal with earth. I can really feel this like drying. But then I sort of like just go through the house and I place each color of egg, and I always put a red one in here in my bedroom for love, because we all hope that we're loved here and also loved in our family. Put your intentions into these eggs of what you're wanting to do. Visualize, see it beforehand. And I also want to show you guys how to do a circle thing, because I've had a lot of people and I tried to write it down for them and I never get to the end of writing it down. But and videos are so wonderful because I hate to write. But anyhow, it's really tightening. I mean, I don't know if you can see it yet or not, but you can see them like vanishing. I got like a flashlight that don't work, which figures every time you do a video something will mess up. But I'm hoping that you can like see that those wrinkles and stuff, and it'll look like warpy looking. Me myself, I leave it on overnight, but you only have to leave it on for like an hour, is what the lady said. And my face is like really tightening up. You can feel the pores being shrunk in, and that's what you want, because over time in heat, your pores open, and you're trying to close the pore, which the egg will pull all that right back in and get rid of your wrinkles. Okay, the other thing that you can do with an egg is, oh shoot, I forgot. It's in the Book of Moses. And you tie a string around it, and it's to keep out and bring in all good things in your house. You tie the string around with each one, and in that. Also throw in a string, a thread spell, or a yarn spell. You can use yarn or thread, or it's how long you want your intentions to do. And I'm trying to see, where do I need it at? But anyhow, you put your intentions into the string. And I got this from the Book of Norse. But, and there's another spell how to quit smoking, but I really don't want to. I'm going to reapply again. Like I said, you really want to put, if you want to do this every night, like I really should, because it's been like a year since I've done the egg spell, or egg to my face to get rid of wrinkles. But, yeah, it's really super wonderful. I also want to show you another thing, how to get rid of spirits into your house, if you come across it. If you don't come across this neat little thing that you hang up that's Hindu, you can also put bay leaves up into your rooms on this. And as you know, even as a 20-year-old, I did this because my face felt really super wonderful. And it helps close your pores up so acne don't happen. But you want to make sure that your face is really super clean before putting this egg on it. Otherwise, you lock in oil that you don't want that causes acne. And this is something that you really don't want. If somebody would like to see how, how to cut your hair yourself, and if you don't have somebody to do it for you, I'll be happy to show you how to do that too. I get mad whenever I go to the stylist because they always cut my hair the way that they want, not the way I want. And this kind of pisses me off. But, okay, let's find a string, because I always got string around somewhere. Maybe I won't show you the string thing. But, anyhow, I don't have a pause button either. And I don't know how to splice them together. Because if I can figure out how to splice them together tomorrow morning when I wash this off, I'll show you the difference from before I applied it and whenever I didn't. Well, tomorrow morning I'll show you that it looks like I'm like 20 years old again. It takes, well, it'll make me look like I'm 30 and I'm 51. And I think that's pretty good. I look younger than my eldest son. And I'm looking around for a string. I'm going to use a bigger string. But use like twine. This isn't really, really super good. White is versatile. If you can't find any color that you're wanting, let's say love or something like that, you can substitute any of it with white. If you're wanting to do harm, though, you want to use maybe black. But you twist the thread or twine on your fingers like this and try to see in your mind what you want. And whenever you visualize on that, study on it for a few minutes and put all your thought into it. Whenever you get done thinking, you start by, and you can probably find this spell online. I use it quite a bit. I got it out of the book. By the knot of 1, the spell is begun. By the knot of 2, it will come true. By the knot of 3, the spell will be. By the knot of 4, this power I store. By the knot of 5, the spell is alive. By the knot of 6, events I'll fix. By the knot of 7, this spell is alive. I send my spell for the gods to see, to give me aid and enlighten me. The spell will return in 1 hour. But sometimes the spell takes a while, so you got to give it like a lot of time to manifest. And eggs sometimes can be given as an offering. Like if your garden doesn't do real well, or a plant, take it out and give it back to Mother Nature. Bury it in the ground somewhere. Okay, there's another thing in one of my other books. It's one of a High Priestess book. And let's say that one of your so-called friends give you a item that creates you a lot of anguish. Mine was this wreath. And it was from a new person coming into our group. And I'll tell you, I lost money, I was evicted, everything just totally went wrong. So what you do is, don't get mad, get even. That's pretty well my thing. I don't get mad, I get even. But anyhow, you take this object, I took this wreath, and you go out and you find a witch's grave. Usually they'll be marked with a pentagram above their tombstone. I guess if you couldn't find a witch's grave to do this, because like right now, I live in the city and I wouldn't want to dig in the cemetery and get caught. But you can also go to like out in the country where there's a crossroad. Witches in the olden days, if they thought that you were a witch, they would bury you at a crossroad. So by burying at a crossroad, you give it to Papa Jagala. He used to be a slave. There's also another money spell I'd like to show you because I really like this to make your house more a little bit. But anyhow, dig your hole, put you a layer of salt. I put a circle because this is the reef. I set the reef down inside. Then I put another layer of salt on top of it. And then I took dirt and put on top of that, and then another layer of circle of salt going clockwise with it, and sent it right back to her. She started losing money. Her mom passed away. I mean, everything that she intended for me happened to her tenfold, not threefold. You want to get even, you might as well get even good. But I'm going to let you look again. You see how it's like pulling up my jawline. And forgive me if you're watching my channel and you're not into witchcraft. It's just I am. And there's psalms and stuff that I may talk about. But it also goes into witchcraft. It's how to get your family to get along. You got somebody in jail. But you have to read the whole verse. How to get rid of spirits. And I love this necklace I got. I also, there is I can't remember the video, but she used peppers in cat food. I think it was a revenge spell. Watch that and there'll be a big relief off of you. She did it in English. She's I think she's Mexican, but I'm not really for sure. But she seems very nice in her videos. If you, like I said before, if you try a spell and it don't work, or you don't think it'll work, contact me and I'll try to explain it in more details. Like the egg spell, I will look up in Book of Moses. But you can see, I'm trying to show you some different things. I just don't want you sitting here watching my face dry and pull. But you see how it's pulling. Now dark circles, cucumbers, and if you can't do the egg thing, you can also, I took some of that coconut oil and I mixed it in with some, it was spoiled. I don't believe in wasting food. Yogurt, and I mixed that together and I put it on my face, which really felt really super good. I seen on Dr. Oz, I think, this lady took some cinnamon and olive oil, and she washed her face with this, and I'll tell you, my face lit up like it was burning. This is so much easier. No pain to it other than you feel your face pulling to where it should. I used to have like blackheads right across through here. Now I don't. I had a breakout right through here. Now I don't, because the egg closes your pores. The vitamin E is locked in to your skin, and the longer you can leave it on, the better off you are. And like I said, I'm not going to wash this off until tomorrow morning. And hopefully I look like instead of looking like 40, I look like 30. But, and hopefully I can, try to explain. Like I said, I need a 9 by 9 area to show you how to cast a circle. And basically what you do, I'll just explain it and I'll try to show you in a video, is you visualize a spark from either your finger or wand a sword or whatever. And some people start in the east, some people start in the north, but I start in the north. And you put a green candle there, and you say, I call upon the element of earth. May they witness this riot and protect this circle. And then you walk around to going clockwise to east. And you say, I call upon the element of air to witness this riot and protect this circle. And you light either a blue or white candle. You go to west and you say, I call upon the power of water to witness this riot and protect this circle. Then you go to south. I call upon, okay, with water you use a blue candle. Almost forgot to tell you that. You go to the south using a red candle. I call upon the power of fire to witness this riot and guard the circle. Then you go back into the middle and you hold your hands up. The circle is bound. You know what? I'm going to look it up real quick to make sure that I'm telling you right, because like I said, I changed stuff just to make it simpler. But for somebody starting out and not knowing how to cast a circle, it would be better off for them to make it their own. Anything you do in witchcraft, you should make it your own. If I ever get into the herb part of it, and I'm not finding the book, and that figures, I don't think it might be this one. I put everything in baggies. Here there's an outbreak of bed bugs too, and if you get bed bugs, which I've had them once, you have to put your books in the oven to get rid of them. And you take a good chance on them catching on fire. I also need a pair of glasses. Okay, here it is. I'll consecrate the circle to the ancient gods. Here may they manifest and bless their child. Move back in the altar facing the east and raise your dagger or wand or your powder finger if you don't have either one. But you can get, and on any stick, it's to get a wand, that's all you need is a wand from your elbow to like your pinky or your wrist. And stand in the thresholds between the worlds. This is a time that is not a time, a place that is not a place, on a day that is not a day. I stand at the thresholds between the worlds before the veils of the mysteries. May the ancient ones help and protect me on my magical journey. Set the water on the chalice. A chalice can be any glass. The more that you feel comfortable, like if you would like a wine glass, use a wine glass. Use whatever type of glass that you want. A chalice is just a glass. Okay. Set the chalice on a pentagram disc, holding the dagger over it and saying, okay, a pentagram, which this is what I wear one on too. This is a pentagram. If it's facing upward, it is white magic. But if they face it upside down, this is satanic, okay? Just to let you know, which I'm great. May the ancient ones help and protect me on my magical journey. Set the chalice and the pinnacle on the disc and hold the dagger over it and say, Great Mother, bless this creature of water to your service. May we always remember The cauldron, I think of rebirth. Waters of rebirth. Hold a dagger over the salt. Great grandmother, bless this creature of birth to your service. May I always remember the blessed birth and its many beings. Sprinkle a little salt into the water and hold the chalice up high. Great Mother, I give you honor. And you just hold it above your head and say, Great Mother, I give you honor. You need to go around your circle 3 times. And the first time is lighting the candles. The second time will be sprinkling the water. Always go clockwise. Okay, beginning in the east, move clockwise, sprinkling the water and salt mixture lightly around the edges of your circle. Replace the chalice on the altar, holding your dagger over the light incense burner. Say, Great Father, bless this creature of fire to your service. May we always remember the secret fires that dances within the form of every creation. Hold the dagger over the incense and say, Great Father, bless this creature of air to your service. May we always listen to the spirit winds that brings me the voices of the ancient ones. Put the incense on the light charcoal. Do not put too much incense in the burner area and light, and go around it goes around a long way in the enclosed room. Okay, you walk around with the incense, and this will make your 3rd time around your circle. I'm sorry, I've done this without this book so many times that I forgot what it said in the book. Great Father, I give you honor. And you hold the incense above your head and say, Great Father, I give you honor. Which is Frida, Frera. And carry the burner around the room clockwise, beginning in the east. Return to the altar. Now your altar, I want to show you from the book what your altar should look like. Okay? I hope that you can see it. Alright. I usually use the Book of Norse. This is Celtic Magic, and it's by DJ Conway. Alright, we got the incense going around. Go to the east corner of the circle and light the red candle. Oh, I'm sorry, I've already had you light the candles. It says yellow in the east. And light the candle and hold your hand up and greet. You may also substitute the element with your dagger, sword, or wand instead of your hand, which I usually do. I usually take my dagger and say, Blessed, this is my dagger. It's an antique. I just feel very well. Sometimes I use it as my wand too, because this is really cool. You usually find these at yard sales. This is where this came from. A friend was having a yard sale that I got a lot about, and I bought it. And I didn't know why I wanted it, but your dagger or your wand they'll call out to you. Okay, and this is my substitute for my cauldron. which you'll find different things that you can use. You can also make it out of pottery as long as it's fire resistant. But anyhow, back to what we were talking about. Go to the east corner of the circle and light the red or yellow candle and hold your hands to greeting. You may also saturate the element with your dagger or sword instead. I call upon the powers of air to witness this rite and guard this circle. In the south corner, light the white candle or red. And greet the element. I call upon the power of fire to witness this rite and guard the circle. Move to the west and light the gray candle or blue. And hold up your hands and say, I call upon the power of water to witness this rite and guard the circle. Ending by the going to the north and lighting the black or green candle and greet the element. I call upon you, the power of earth, to witness this rite and guard the circle. Move back to the center of the altar and stand facing the east. Raise up your arms and greet. This circle is bound with all the powers all around. Between the worlds I stand with protection at hand. Proceed with planned spell work or ceremony when everything is complete. Hold your dagger over the altar and say, by the powers of the ancient gods, I bind all powers within this circle into the spell, so mote it be. Okay, you do your spell work then, but whenever you're ready to end it and your spell work is all over, when you're ready to end your ritual, go to the east and extinguish the red or yellow candle, stating, depart in peace, O power of air, my thanks and my blessing. Go to the south and extinguish the white or red candle and say, depart in peace, O power of fire, may we my many thanks and blessing. Go to the west and put out the gray or blue candle. Depart in peace, O power of water, my thanks and my blessing. Finish by going to the earth and extinguishing the black or green candle in the north. Okay, and say, depart in peace. To all beginnings of powers, visible and invisible, depart in peace. May we always have harmony between us, my thanks and my blessing. Cut the circle with a backwards movement of your dagger or sword, releasing all remaining traces of the power manifest and say, the circle is open, but yet ever remaining a circle. Around and through me always may flow its magical powers. Put away all magical tools and clean altar. Okay, when I started out, I didn't have the colors to do this circle. I had a bunch of white candles. You can also substitute any time with just about anything with a white candle. It's a substitution. But when we get into the dark magic, you actually do need a black candle. I started out as a white witch because I had bought the Necronomicon 3 books for a friend. And this was a gift from him. He said, Phyllis, you're better off to go here. Because I'm usually a nice person. I like to be nice to people. I like to help people. But I also got the Necronomicon and started reading through it and some different things. And I decided, well, maybe I'm kind of gray because some of the things that people are for me, theft, lying, cheating, I mean, and you got good Christians out there that will break every 10 commandment on just you, and that's bullshit. So you can actually take Psalms and throw it right back at them. The books of Moses is a must for any witch because it helps you find money and will curse somebody that has cursed you, made your life miserable. But that's maybe in a different time. But like I said, you can use white candles, and this will get rid of your wrinkles. This is my beauty parlor right at the moment. We'll talk about what we want to. A lot of people don't understand witchcraft. Normally it's people like to take power away from anybody who's nice. This is the way to get it back without getting yourself into trouble with the law, which is a good thing because I used to fight and I don't. I just get even. Did I do it or didn't I? That's a good thing, I think. But anyhow, yeah, you can get rid of wrinkles like this. You can see how this all smoothed out. But I've been in the sun, so I'm going to have a white mark here from where the sun, and the creases where your wrinkles will be, if you've been out in the sun. You can see how it's like pulling in on my eye and lifting up. And right here, and this totally beats paying $95 for a cure for wrinkles. And I will do this every time because that wrinkle stuff, been on for 50 years and you're still going to have your wrinkles. This gets rid of it now and forgot about it. But thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe, and we'll talk about other things maybe later. I don't know what I'll talk about, but hopefully the cord magic or whatever. If you get into hoodoo, which I've got some hoodoo books here, I've got some voodoo books too. Maybe we might get into something like that. I'll try to start making more videos. Well, subscribe and leave me a comment. Thank you.